Programming for your users, yourself, and the older you. Or writing valuable, maintainable, and non-crazy code. This is a poem that asks you to hide a file manager-like program beneath your phone or web application. Your file manager-like creation will sit atop a tree-like structure very similar to a file system. The tree structure approach can be as simple as nested object-oriented nodes or an object with a node and edge array. In fact, I recommend the node and edge arrays because of how simple it is conceptually. A perfectly capable tree without all the recursion. The older you will remember to close the end user application with some magical key combination, IDDQD, and will be dropped into the file manager like program beneath. And the tree structure will hint on and remind what the application structure is like. The virtual file system just represents all the resources of the logged in user. This is a very useful thing during development where you can familiarize yourself with the technologies that you will be working with. Here you can just create the file system tree first and perhaps a dashboard next to the file manager to help you keep track of event listeners and resource use. You can preview all the data flow before getting to the user interface development. But there's more to it than just helping your older self to remember the code and helping your current self to a stable plateau upon which you can just focus on the user interface development. This also creates a powerful prototyping platform where you can introduce other applications that help you build out some of the UI components. A simple form designer, for example, that generates all the code you need based on some simple templates. A tiny little application to develop and tweak the color theme, which may just generate JSON or SAS array with colors. And perhaps even a finite state machine designer where you can reason about your UI components before writing the code and then just click generate to get a head start. A code generator just uses plain old templates, like EJS for example, which lets you script JavaScript with JavaScript. Which brings me to the final and greatest benefit. Because what you create here is a product that can be sold as a theme with generators that generate an endless number of code templates. Here you aren't just selling code snippets, but a handful of code generators that are very useful to other programmers. And if you take the PouchDB route, then your potential buyers can actually generate, customize, and even run some custom applications right in their browser. Like it or not, high-quality themes seem to sell quite well. Here you can be developing your own private applications and make some money on the side to further fund the development of your project. You know, I suspect there is a lot of people out there that started building custom applications, but then switched to just theme development because it generates a lot of cash. A file system and a file manager creates a self-editable application, and that is very useful for those who want to get started on their own project.